No-juku is a Japanese term referring to free camping, which is generally accepted all along the trail of the 88 Sacred Temple route. Many local people living along the circuit have been offering their lawns, garages, and even spare bedrooms for hundreds of years for the use of exhausted pilgrims as an offering of goodwill and for the spreading of good karma. Avi and I wake up to discover the field we chose to camp on is actually the backyard of a local newspaper publishing company. I realize we are off to a bad start in our quest to become little Buddhas and try to pack up as quickly as possible. It's only our first day, and Avi's slow progress in disassembling his tent starts to worry me as we are so pressed for time. I've got my bags packed and my tent is almost down, and Avi is still fooling around with his tent bag. I come to realize that Avi is one of those people who really needs a cup of coffee first thing in the morning to get going, and regret not having brought a portable espresso machine along with us. We're a little behind schedule, but we finally get going, officially starting our trip. We make our way back to the first temple, Ryozenji, only a few kilometers away from where we set up camp. It is here where we will learn much about the traditional temple etiquette all Henro are expected to follow for the duration of the 88 Temple pilgrimage. At Ryozenji, I am lucky enough to encounter a young priest who is kind enough to take the time to go over the proper protocol and etiquette Henro should follow when they visit the temples. Firstly, upon entering the temple grounds, Henro should bow towards the main hall, then wash their hands and rinse their mouths at the wash basin provided. The next step is to ring the bell to mark your arrival. At the main hall, light incense and a candle and begin reciting your sutras or pray silently. Finally, place your name slip prayer in the box provided. Once you have finished, go to the stamp office. After receiving instruction from the priest, I decide to re-enter the temple grounds to officially pay my respects. After paying respect to the temple, the final step is to get proof of your visit by receiving a stamp from the temple's administration office. At $3 a pop for a stamp from each temple, the entire 88 temple circuit can become quite taxing on one's wallet. However, there is no entry fee required to pay at any of the temples, so only those pilgrims who would really like to have the stamp and signature from each temple need purchase so. To be honest, It was quite a meditative experience watching the priests from each temple sign my stamp book. Their brushstrokes were fascinating and were performed with such precision and care. Once traditionally walked, about 100,000 people do the pilgrimage each year, nearly all by bus or car. In changing times due to the convenience of modernization, such as the development of roads and easy access to motorized transportation, less than 5% of these pilgrims attempt the route by bicycle or on foot. The white vests worn are actually burial clothes, as pilgrims were not expected to survive the harsh circuit. Traditionally, the whole idea and purpose of doing the pilgrimage was not to gain anything for the self, but to promote compassion amongst all people. Upon seeing pilgrims experience such physical and mental hardships in their attempts to finish the circuit, local people became inspired, and out of love and compassion offered o settai, gifts of food, drink, shelter, or anything which could assist the pilgrim with completing their journey. O settai still remains a strong local custom today, and experiencing the genuine warmth and kindness from these people myself, I can honestly say that Shikoku is one of the friendliest places in Japan. We spent so much of our day talking to the locals and other pilgrims and taking pictures and video footage that we only covered 42 kilometers. One of the most memorable scenes that still sticks out in my mind from our journey is that of our first day when we raced through the rice fields to get to the 10th temple before the stamp office closed at 5. In my excitement, I was becoming more and more determined to complete the pilgrimage in its entirety. However, if we were going to finish the remaining 10 days, then there would be no room for complications. Perhaps a hot spring and a good night's sleep would help me put things in perspective for tomorrow.